What is the value chain and how can we improve the value? In this video, I'm going to give you the definition of the value chain for your clients and for your company. But not only, we're going to talk about the evolution of this value chain with lean manufacturing, Toyota, Apple, Amazon, with real examples that you can really get inspired. And we're going to talk about what is the future of the value chain and how can we contribute as an expert, as a leader, to be part of it. All right, so first of all, I'm going to start with the definition from Michael Porter in 1948 very quickly, because this is pretty basic. And after that, we're going to focus on the evolution and how can we get inspired and prepare for the future of the value chain. But first of all, when we see a company, you have support activities and you have primary activities to deliver margin. The first one is the firm infrastructures, that everything regarding planning, finance, and legal system to support the entire value chain. Then we do have HR, human resources, to support your company, obviously. Then we have technology. Technology took a bigger space in every company, like an ERP system, a BI, to support the innovation and the information of your company. Then we do have procurement to source the materials, the equipment, the supplies. Then we have the inbound logistics to receive the products that you want to transform with the operations. So operations in this definition is just here, but for me, operation is all of this. But this is at least the original definition. Then when you transform your product or your service, then you have the outbound logistics to deliver to the final customer. We also need marketing and sales to sell the products, and we can also include services to your products to increase the value of your product. And at the end, we do have the total margin, and this is the classic definition of a value chain. But now we're going to go more into details. So this is the classic definition, and this is the margin you can deliver at the end of this. You do have a lot of books and videos if you want to stick only to the theoretical definition. But now what is important for me is to talk about how can we use it and how can we get inspired and talk about the evolution of the value chain. So let's go back to the definition of value. What is value from a customer perspective? For a customer perspective, you don't want to pay too much. If it's too expensive, you don't want to buy it. And you want to have something unique, original. For example, this iPhone is unique, right? It's quite expensive, to be honest, but this is unique, so I'm ready to pay the price to use my iPhone, okay? So you need to have this competitive advantage and finding the right balance to have the right price with uniqueness of features and service. If you don't have that, you are too expensive or you become a commodity. I don't think you really care about your toilet paper brand or maybe your pasta brand. I do care about my pasta brand, but this is just one example. Then from a manufacturing and provider perspective or supplier, what is important is you want to transform something into something else with value and profit, okay? So for example, raw materials to a piece of, like an iPhone, for example, you want to have a positive financial outcome. You want a margin, so you have to make it as efficient as possible and as accessible for the customer, then you can sell it, right? So that's the goal of the value chain, but how does it stand today? And it's good to see what Clark, this is the example from Clark, about the evolution of the economy. And when Michael Porter published his book about the value chain, it was in 1948, just after the Second World War. And we had first the primary and farming. This is the most basic way to transform value, to bring value. Then we are in the middle. We are at the peak of the secondary and manufacturing evolution. So it was really like the cars industry, all the apparels, all the supplies for your kitchen, for your house. So it was a big boom in the Western countries, and then after that, we had the big boom of tertiary and services, okay? And when this book was published, it was just at the cross between manufacturing and service expanding. So that's why it's important to see this graph, because the future of the value chain is not only in manufacturing, but on bringing more service and technology to your products and That's what we're going to talk about. So when we talk about optimizing the value chain, I think the best example first is to talk about Toyota with lean manufacturing to really improve cost effectiveness. Then we're going to talk about the technology era with Apple, and then we're going to talk about the convenience era with Amazon. Okay, so let's talk about it first. We will talk about the lean era with Toyota. Toyota is one of the best examples to make it efficient with the best quality and the less waste for your manufacturing process. So when you look at Toyota, margin increase by reducing costs while price paid and perceived value stays the same. So this is one of the best examples, and I learned a lot from this company. And this is how you can deliver value to the customer. But this is maybe not enough if you want to have more profit and margin. Now let's talk about technology. And when we have Apple, this is not only about one phone, right? This is about delivering more technology to the phone. And when Steve Jobs was pitching the first version, it was not only a phone, it was an iPod, and it was something you can also go to internet. So it's obvious today, but at the beginning, it was just insane to have 3 pieces of technology into one product. And that's why technology and service included you can really pay much more. Even if you have the same cost. So that was the beautiful game of Apple with that, and Android and Samsung as well after. But when you look at the numbers, if you add lean and technology, so you can keep your price low, but also bring more technology and services, you can become a very, very profitable company like Apple today with a very high net profit in value and percentage. Optimization push to the max, try to optimize your costs as much as you can without declining the value, and try to really make your product unique with amazing services and technologies to justify very high price, and people are paying the price for iPhone today. Okay, now the next era, we have lean, we have technology with services, and we have what we call convenience. And with the good example is maybe a Prime from Amazon, where you can get one day, even like few hours delivery if you are in big capitals in America or in Europe. This is efficient, this is cheap, and this is so convenient. You don't have to wait. You just can use your phone and get instantly what you want in front of your door. So this is for a customer like me, I have a lot of value. It's super convenient and I'm ready to pay the price, but the price is still accessible because Amazon is so efficient that it can make it very accessible for you. So that's also something you have to consider when you want to bring more value. It's not about reducing the cost or adding more technology, but make it so easy and convenient for your customers that they have no other choice. And to be very honest, when I order online, I don't even think about another company. I just buy everything with Amazon because it's so convenient. And sometimes I know they're not the cheapest on the market as well. So now let's talk about the supply chain and how the supply chain can increase the value of your value chain. And clearly, the supply chain is everywhere. And with ABC Supply Chain, the goal is really to help you to bring more value to your customers and to your company. And what is the goal of the supply chain? How can we bring more value? By having the right product at the right place, at the right time, with the right quantity, with the right quality, with the right price, with the right cost, and the right impact for the planet and the people. And this goal is everywhere. Whatever you are, manufacturing business or retail business, you want to deliver more value. And the real question is, how can I increase the current value of my supply chain to support my company and my clients? And for that, I always go back to Lord Kelvin. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. And if you want to improve more value, if you have to have more value for your supply chain, you have to improve and measure the most important KPIs. And what are these KPIs? It's around service. You want to have the best service for your clients. I'm going to give you an example with fill rate, lead time. You want to minimize the costs of your supply chain and the cash that you use, for example, inventory. And you want to have people happy and happy to be part of this supply chain in your factories, in your office, in your logistics. And you want to also minimize the impact on the planet. So that's how you bring more value, by improving specific KPIs and by reducing others. And that's what I'm going to talk about quickly before talking about the future of the value chain. So think about few KPIs that you can track today to really improve this value. Is it the lead time? Is it the accuracy of your forecast, the inventory turnover, the quality of your inventory, the order cycle time, the availability rate or fill rate? That's all these KPIs. If you can measure them, then you can improve them, so you can improve the value of your supply chain. For example, the supplier lead time. If you have a better supplier lead time, you will prevent production delays, you will have a better inventory management, you will have more efficiency. So yeah, this is part of the value chain. Check my video about lead time if you want to know more about this one. ABC analysis, you want to focus the resources on the most important products, the money, the cash, the communication. You really want to make sure you don't waste your time on products that doesn't bring any value for your customers, or just a little one that doesn't make any difference for your company. So I really encourage you to always focus on the 20% of your time that bring 80% of the value. You can check my video if necessary. Forecasting accuracy. Forecast is everywhere. And the better is your forecast, the better you will be able to align all the supply chain, all the departments, and allocate the right resources at the right time. So check my other video, forecast accuracy, if you want. And if you don't have forecast, you can check. We do have free training to help you to generate more forecasts. Stock turn. If you have a better efficiency with your inventory, you're going to free up cash and capital to reinvest on maybe new machines, marketing, or product development. So you will bring more value because you are more efficient, because you use less cash. Inventory turnover ratio is also a big one. Check my video if necessary. Like the quality of your inventory will slump. If you have poor inventory, you are stocking cash and value that you cannot share to your company and to your customers. So you should also be very cautious about this one. Perfect order rate is another example. I'm going to go a bit fast. You can check all the links below the video if you want to go deeper, but you want to really, when a client orders something, you want to deliver at the right time with the right quality to make sure he's happy. He's happy, like the fill rate or the availability rate. You want to make sure they receive what they ask and they are happy. Like me, I got a delivery from Amazon yesterday, one day before, and I was super happy. Okay, so value chain is all about, first of all, tracking the right KPIs. If you want to know more, we do have many tutorials and Excels that you can download in multiple videos. I recommend this one, for example. If you want to go much deeper and become an expert in leaders, we do have SM Analytics course. We have a free one about 7 days, and we have a complete one to become an expert. We have all the link below the video because we are also an online school for experts and leaders. And now let's talk about the future of the value chain. What is the future of the value chain? And it's not only about making money, but let's talk about sustainable value chain for sustainable profits, right? We can see that it's not only about the cost anymore. We had a big change, and the value perceived by the customer is not only about the price, but like from 2006, we had a big impact on what is the impact of the chain and the supply chain and the products we buy. With the impact on the beautiful planet. We also have this concern regarding, is it a fair supply chain? Does everyone in this supply chain is really part of and winning, and not only one client or one distributor making all the profit for everyone? And now we do have also AI. You have a lot of products and services adding AI features, which also can be part of the future of the supply chain, right? So just to give you an idea of what is a broken value chain, I was talking about to make sure this is a fair value chain for everyone. Like in France, for example, at one point we had a big manifestation of farmers because they were having negative margin and the distributor were having big margin. So the total of the value chain was positive for the clients, but it was not working for the farmers. And the government in France has to not only France, but Europe, that to decide some specific laws to make sure that no one on the value chain was losing, right? And I think it's important to also consider the value chain, that everyone it's a win-win value chain. It's a long-term value chain. And if you start having someone losing, they're gonna probably go to bankruptcy, and then everything is gonna collapse like a domino effect. So let's make sure that we all win in this value chain as experts and leaders. And now let's talk about the future. So what is the future? First of all, we have the useful value. I just want something that I need to clean my clothes. Then it was about the cost. I want to make it as accessible as possible. That was the era of manufacturing and lean manufacturing. Then we switched to innovative. So you want to have useful, cost-effective, innovative products with technologies and services. Then we had the convenience. I want to have easy products, fast delivery, easy to use. And I don't want to waste my time checking the manual. I just want something really simple. Then we also have the layer of sustainability for the planet, for the people, fair trade. Everyone is winning on this value chain. And now we have a big surge of AI powered. And when you look at the new iPhone, they don't really evolve for the last few years. But now most of the features are AI features. So this is even more value, it's more convenient. I know that's a question for you. How much value can you bring to your company, to your clients? And for me, one of the last recommendations is if you want to bring more value, you have to master the right skills that bring value to your company. And that's what we do is ABC Supply Chain, is really to support you to move from a foundation professional expert to leader level. So you're going to ask me, but what are the strategic skills? That's a really good question. And if you work in operation and supply chain, we do have a free strategic skills assessment. It's less than 10 minutes. You have a link below this video. And we're going to tell you if you are already good enough to bring more value to your supply chain, to your operations, talking about manipulating data, Excel, analytics, forecasting, inventory management, logistics. What is your level today? And if you don't have a sufficient level, it's going to be much more difficult to bring more value to your organization and also to yourself. And if you have a team, if you're a leader, we also can help you. You can assess the value of your supply chain, the performance of your supply chain in less than 50 minutes. It's free. It's below this video. And you have a clear idea. Do I have an efficient supply chain that delivers value for my company and for my clients? And you can also, if you want, support your team and assess the skills of your team, because if you have the right team with the right skills, you can really deliver much more value to your company and for your clients. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. We have all the links below the video, and I see you for another episode.